Hello, I'm Rob Boss, and I'd like to welcome you to the 5th episode of Learn Unity Like a Boss. If this is your first time, then I'd like to invite you to create with us. If you've been here before, then thank you for inviting me into your home once again. Today, we have our camera post-processing on a color grade. I've chosen 3 colors today. We have phthalo blue, Indian yellow, and bright red. There's a nice ridgeline of these trees all the way in the back. The sky looks a little lonely. There we go. Now we are going to take our script and beat the devil out of it. That's better. Morning everyone, Tater here, welcome to Tater Games. Today I thought we'd talk about cheating artwork, and so I made a cringy little intro featuring Rob Boss. Anyway, I suck at artwork, you may or may not suck at artwork depending on the reasoning behind you clicking this link, and I thought that, hey, there are a few methods I've taken over the year to kind of cheat artwork a little bit and not have the skills for doing art, but still making a little bit of art. Some people are probably encouraging the learning of artwork, and hey, that's fine. You guys can go ahead and learn it if you guys want. Digital drawings are, of course, the best because they give you a bit of diversity. You're able to do stuff that can be used in video games and all that type of thing. However, there is an easier method. This is under the assumption that you guys have money available because I'm pretty much promoting a single product, which is Marmoset Hexels 2. This program has helped me so much when sort of learning to do it. Originally, I was drawing, and I have a tablet here because, you know, you want to learn how to draw for games, you got to have a tablet, and you got to make artwork on stuff like Photoshop, or what's the other one's called? Manga Studio is another good one. However, this is for people who know how to draw, and I am very bad at it. In fact, some of my characters don't look correct or to theme. They're just kind of, you know, wishy-washy out there. I would recommend going on some tutorials. They do teach you a lot about color, and even if you are bad at artwork, it's great to know about color and how color works. In fact, I have a video up talking about color, not in this sense in the promotional and how people respond to seeing colors in different ways. Maybe I should link that in the description. I don't even know if I'm correct on it. I just made it. If you are great in other aspects, everything but artwork, but you don't want to work with someone else, then this video is kind of for you, just to help you guys out to understand why you should use this software and why you should spend $38 on it, which I believe is very cheap, but a lot of people, of course, don't have a lot of money to spend on that type of stuff. But hey, it's an investment, of course. If you get really good at making stuff, you can, of course, pay that back to yourself. Well, I'm not an expert in money, but I am pretty damn good at making bad artwork. In fact, this software is 10 times better than any pixel art software that I have used before. Now, given I haven't used a lot, maybe 3 or 4, and I've even used the website, of course, to create pixel art, this pretty much includes that and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. If you want to make something very stylized, like a good example is Fez is a great modern take on pixel art, which is in fact it's a very fun game as well. And they did an amazing job with the pixel art. Of course, if you understand artwork a little bit better, or if you understand color mainly, then you're able to create pixel art very easily. Of course, you can get out Photoshop and your pencil tool or whatever and make it in Photoshop, but Marmoset Hexels actually has a grid sort of based system where you can pretty much fill in the little gaps and create pixel art, then export it with different resolutions so you can actually have high quality pixel art. It also has a isometric feature in it, which are the only two I use, pixel and isometric. And the idea behind it is that the isometric one pretty much takes the 3D out of an isometric 3D game. It is bloody amazing. I have a game up on the Google Play Store called Sand Lies, and I also made another one additional to that that I have not released and I have stopped working on called Water Lies, except Water Lies took it to a new sort of artsy level and I got really good with the software. And by good, I mean, well, actually you can take a look at the screenshot here. So I made very nice, water sort of thing. It's all an illusion. And Hexels actually takes out the entirety of figuring out how to make this illusion work. The isometric thing is by far the best thing ever, except learning colors and learning light sort of directions that you want is extremely important in order to get these cool looks and stuff. In fact, when you open up the software, they have samples available to actually take a look at, and they've even managed reflections of things, and it's not even 3D. So every time I open it up and take a look at the samples, it always inspires me to create something. And in fact, the water effect that I got there can be improved with some of their blending options. So you can actually animate blending options, so you can make the water sort of whirly or make the reflections whirly and shiny and give it a bit of, you know, depth to the actual game. The color palette is amazing because it saves certain colors and you can blend between certain colors, so you can get your dark tones, your light tones, and then actually get every tone in between it and separated in, of course, little increments that make up however many ones you want. The entire thing is just amazing, and I thought that it's a great way to cheat artwork. Of course, you don't want to make games like Ori and the Blind Forest if you're bad at artwork and trying to do it solo. It's not going to happen. The software even has a kind of hexagon-based grid system that you can draw hexels into, I guess. And I've used this a lot for trees in an isometric world. I think the software is purely great because of its isometric design creation that you can actually make in the software. It's incredibly fun and it's incredibly easy, and it takes away the whole which direction should this go. So when you're building structures, it's so easy to see defined lines and you get something really, really fast. You wouldn't believe how fast I was making levels on that thing. And the blending options kind of bring it to life. Like if you want very lifelike things, there's glows, there's blobs, so you can smooth the edges of everything, and it just works really well. It comes with, of course, the layering system of Photoshop. It's incredibly similar to that. So you can have layers of different hexels doing different things at different times, and you can animate the entirety of it, and then of course export it as a sprite sheet or as just separate images, import it into Unity, chuck it on their bloody animator, and everything just works so smoothly. So this video was pretty much for everyone out there who just sucks at artwork, pretty much, and wants to try and find a very easy way to do it. Marmoset Hexels is the way you can actually go and download a demo version of it off their website, which will also be in the link in the description. It is $38 entirely, which is kind of steep actually, but what you get out of it is probably quite good. It's going to be a lot better than a lot of other software out there, especially if you're wanting to do isometric stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. It's a very short video, isn't it? It's a good thing I had that intro. So once again, if anybody has any questions or if anybody has any projects that they want to show me, you should always head down to our Discord server. I respond to all those messages. YouTube comments, I'm a bit iffy on responding to because it's completely less personal, but you can message me on Discord, direct message me. I don't mind. I love it. I mean, Discord's great. You guys point out a lot of flaws in the videos, especially last week's video, which was like, oh my god, it was a mess. Anyway, so the idea was I was making methods but calling them functions. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Well, I know I did, but in a different sense. Like, it made me ask, do I really need to understand this to know how to make it work? It's one of those things. Anyway, hopefully you guys start your week off very well. I'm sorry this video was very short, and I will see you tomorrow when we talk about how to use assets correctly so they cannot be noticed as asset flips. See you then.